It's a very good evening to us all once again. We are in the Purple Month, which is set to celebrate or create mental health awareness. Today is May 4th, 2025. And tonight we shall be having a discourse about the impact of social media activities on mental health. In recent studies, it shows that there's been 24.06 million internet users in Ghana. That's at the start of 2024, when internet penetration stood at 69.8%. Um, Currently, a lot is done on the internet, and as much as there is the positive aspect to it, there is also the negative impact on everyone who uses the internet. On this note, I'd like to share briefly about our resource person, who is in the person of Mrs. Philippina Na O Agwaji. She is a fully certified and licensed clinical psychologist with the Ghana Psychology Council, a member of the Ghana Psychological Association, and an associate psychologist at PsyCap Business Solutions at the University of Ghana, Legon. She is also an alumnus of the University of Ghana, Legon, where she attained both her bachelor's and master's of philosophy in clinical psychology education. Yeah. She is the host of Psychological Health Talk Show on Apini Radio 96.7 FM in Pando, and shares educational videos on mental health via her TikTok handle at Filagweji and on her Facebook, Mental Wellbeing. Please let's do well to like, follow, and share her videos. Currently, she is a part-time lecturer who teaches ethics, ethical, and legal issues and practice at the now Ohiniba Dunyo University College of Counseling and Psychology. Lastly, she is a wife and mother of two amazing children. That's a boy and a girl. I'm honored to present to us our resource persons once again, Mrs. Philippina Na Agbaji, and I go by the name Ama Labi, your portable Labi. Mrs. Agbaji, please, you may proceed with your teachings for tonight. Thank you. And please, if you have any contributions or questions, you may as well write them in the chat box until the Q&A session starts. Thank you very much once again for having me. And this is in collaboration with the Ghana Psychological Association, the Power Lay Division. Thank you very much. Mrs. Agbaji, please, all over to you, yeah.
Yeah, so good evening to you. I believe you're all doing well. And thank you so much to my lady, Madam Ama Labi in Suma, for this beautiful introduction for me. Thank you so much. So I'll be taking you through the impacts, okay, that social media can have on our mental health, especially looking at the social media activities. And so, to the layman, he would ask, what is social media? So, a lot of people, when you go to the rural areas, they hear what people call social media, but it doesn't, sound to them so important to find, to fish out what is happening. To those urban areas, they are well informed. So just a few that are in the rural areas that I'll say that we know much about social media, because you know that most of them didn't have smartphones and all that. But let's just go through what social media is. Just for the sake of me, one or two people. So social media are interactive, technologies that facilitate the creation, sharing, and aggregation of content. amongst virtual communities and technologies. Okay. So, some of these common features include platforms that enable users to create and share content and also participate in social networking. Okay, so basically, the social media we talk about is just as we are, on, some of us are on WhatsApp, some are on Instagram, some are on TikTok, Facebook, and so on and so forth. So you may ask yourself, what do you usually do on that? Can one of you, tell me what you usually do on this one of these platforms? I'll be so grateful. Issue just one person. I just want that my listeners are really listening to me. So you mentioned the social media platform. Then you tell me what you usually do. You usually do. Okay, so I have Madam Alima. Yes, please go on. Please kindly unmute you.
Okay. Hello, good evening to you all.
Yes, good evening.
Please, can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Okay. So I mostly watch videos of people making funny comments, and then I also watch dances and any other stuff that will make me happy. And I do business and post my business on social media, preferable on TikTok. Yes, that is a little I can tell you.
Oh, okay,
Thank you.
so that's okay. So what does it do for you? What benefit you get from such?
Talking about the business side, I use it to sell or also buy on social media. Then about the entertainment, when I'm depressed, not happy, I go there, watch things and forget about my worries. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you've said it. You said it all. So nobody joins social media platforms just or any social media handle just because of joining, but there are certain purposes why you join the social media platforms. So first of all, as a mental health practitioner, I'm enlightening you a bit on as human beings, we need to voice out our feelings. Okay, psychologically, a human being is made of three aspects. Okay, that is the thinking, the feeling, and then the action. So, as a human being, the way you feel, the way you act, and the way you think is very, very important. It's interconnected. That is what forms your psychological or your psychological being. Okay. So when you are not able to voice out what you feel, or you are not able to voice out your emotions, what is actually going on with you, and you keep it inside, it's a saucepan with water, fire. It keeps on boiling, and when it boils and boils and boils and gets to a certain point in time, and what happens? That finishes, and what happens? There is evaporation. Okay, and it creates a lot of issues as human beings as we are. Whatever that affects you, your emotions, whether you are moody, whether you are feeling sad, whether you are happy, you have to express it. So I want us to look at key silence. Okay, we need our voices. And But how do we do it? Do we voice it out to the whole world just like that? Are our issues, are they treated confidential or not? Now, you go to social media, maybe you go to WhatsApp platform, maybe WhatsApp status, or you go to Facebook page, and then you write out anything without thinking twice. No. So when we talk about breaking the silence, it needs to be done properly. So it's about amplifying voice in your issues in a not affect your mental health. Now the impact of mental health and
Mr. Ekwaji, please, are you there? We seem to have lost Mrs. Ekwaji, but once we we wait and look forward to have her rejoin us. I'd like to appreciate Ghana Psychological Association, whom we are collaborating with to bring you today's edition. And this year's Purple Month theme is Mental Wellbeing, My Voice Matter. Hence, we came up with this topic to have us all see what we are doing right and what we're probably not doing right, and also to have guidance on how to go about managing our activities on social media. And also, I'd like to appreciate our supporters, that is Ghana, Great Commission Movements of Ghana, Alpha Wave Consult, and House of EBQ. In the interim, we'll probably do a brief musical interlude whilst we look forward to having Mrs. Abwaji join us. Thank you.
it's gonna be great. You will what I have. It's and tomorrow won't help me today. Show me the way. One day I hope that I'm just a woman. Help me believe in what I believe and all that I have. Show me the stairway that I have to climb. Lord, for my sake, teach me to take one day at a time. One day
Okay, Mrs. Agwaji, please, do you hear me? Can you hear me from me? Are you back on with us, please? Mrs. Agwaji, please, can you hear me? Okay, so while we still wait to have Mrs. Agbaji back to join us, we still continue to listen to the music, and once she's back on, the session continues. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, the network.
Okay, that's fine. We are happy to
Yes.
have you back.
So, so we are still.
Mrs. Agbaji, you would have to please reposition
Yes.
yourself because it
So
looks
let's
like
move on. So focusing on active, your voice needs to be heard. If not, whatever you are going through, whatever you have experienced, lives with you and stays with you. So first of all, creating safe spaces, yeah, is very, very important, and supportive online communities where individuals feel comfortable sharing their experiences. So realize that most of the time you visit social media and you see somebody's life story, or somebody shares a bit of what she went through, and it encourages you. That is a good one. Secondly, encouraging authenticity. Okay, so it promotes authenticity. I mean, whereby you share your experiences, as I said. Okay, so the first one is the environment, the safe environment or the safe space on social media. You know that you have created a safe space whereby whatever you put there, you know that you are safe, because whoever sees it, okay, you know that you have allowed it and you are okay by it. The second one is encouraging it. So that means that you are sharing your life experiences to encourage others to do the same. So somebody shares something, maybe you went through a painful labor, okay, during delivery and delivering your child, okay, and then you share a bit of a history of what you went through. It's not wrong, but it's with the intention to encourage others. Okay, and then the third one is advocating for rights. Advocating for rights. So this highlights the rights of individuals with mental illness to speak up and be heard. And it also promotes empowerment and advocacy. So as you are you are highlighting your rights as individuals. Okay, it helps you because when you are not able to voice out your rights, so most of the time, people go through certain things. Let's say in an organization where you realize that your boss is not treating you well and is not treating other people well. Okay, but you kept this pain inside. There's the case you are not able to face your boss and tell your boss that this that you do is not right. I feel you should stop it. But you have to definitely find a way to get that pain, that thing out of you. And yet case whereby there's a situation that is affecting your colleagues as well. And they've all zipped their mouth. They are not able to talk about it. They don't want to, they don't want to come out clearly to talk about it. So what happens? Everybody keeps it inside. Okay. And then you are just there. You won't talk about it. Okay. So it eats you up. It affects productivity and all that. So some people would rather, quote unquote, somebody will say, "Eye kasanche, esumeka." So you put it there in a nice way to sometimes get more people to support you in a way with a mentality that, okay, once I put this there, that it should maybe, I think bosses, or I think male bosses um, should be patient with their employees when talking to them. Should be humble. It's an example. Okay, and then you put it there like that. Sometimes it's a way of exercising your rights. So you can't say it directly to the person. It's not as if you want to fight, but it's more or less like you want backings. You want to exercise your rights. Okay, so in a way, you are freeing up out your own self.
It appears we've lost Mrs. Abaji once again. Um, shall I have any of us share what your thoughts are about the topic? Your thoughts about the topic, your general thought.
I'm back.
Okay,
I'm back.
okay, thank you.
Yes.
Mrs. Abaji, could you please reposition yourself? Because it looks like earlier you were on and off.
So let's look at the main topic for today. This was just, this was just a background of what we are going to talk about. So let's get, to the main topic for today. The main topic for today is social media, the impact of social media activities on mental health. I get you right. The impact of social media activities on mental health. So someone may ask, what are these social media activities? Okay, so somebody said that she goes to social media videos, just to watch videos on TikTok, just to release stress, laugh out. Somebody can go to social media and watch comedies and then, laugh out loud. Some people go there to watch out for what is happening. So what's up? What's current? That there are so many activities. Some also go there to post their pictures, to post their videos, to post, their stories, their issues, to share experiences. Okay, so some also go there to just mute themselves and watch and see and watch and see and listen and then get back. So there are several activities. Okay. Now let's look at the impact. So particularly, I want to look at how it impacts on our mental health. particularly in areas such as self-esteem, anxiety, and our social connections, as well as depression. So, negative impact of social media activities on mental health. There are negative impacts. Okay, it can impact you negatively, and it can also impact you positively. So normally you can't just sit down and say that being on social media for a long time is not good. No, just don't go like that. Just look out for why and why it's not good. Why
Sincere apologies about the break off in the session. Looks like Mrs. Agbaji is having internet issue, but I'm reconnecting her so that she can rejoin and then conclude with it. In the meanwhile, can we have anyone share their thoughts about about the topic, please? Anyone? Okay, so we've had a join us now. Okay, Mrs. Agbaji. Hello,
Yes.
Mrs. Agbaji. Yes,
Hello.
please. Please, anyone to confirm if she's audible enough? Please, Mr. Agbaji, please talk.
Is that okay?
Yes. Please, is she audible? Can we hear from Mrs. Agbaji? Anyone to confirm?
Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Okay, Mr. Agbaji, please proceed.
All right.
Sincere
So,
apologies.
yes. So I said we were looking at the impact, okay, that social media activity has on mental health. Okay. So let's look at the negative impact. And I also said that we'll look at it based on how it affects self-esteem, how it affects self-esteem of individuals and also their social interactions and connections. So first of all, we are looking at the negative impact. Okay, so the first thing we look at is anxiety and depression. Okay, social media can influence anxiety and depression. That's the one of the impacts that it has on individuals' mental health. So social media has been linked to increase feelings of anxiety and depression, especially in the life of the youth and then even the young adults. Okay, let's take out the older ones, because the older ones usually would not usually exploit that much. So social media, you have impact on the youth, especially increasing their feelings of anxiety and depression. So when we talk of anxiety, so it's simply about you worrying so much about an issue or about something. Worry or over worry about something, and you panic about it. Okay, and then depression is when it goes beyond sadness. I want to explain it this way because could I go into details? Some people may not understand, especially with the psychological thing. So when you are overly sad, that it takes long for over a week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, and even months and years, then you are entering into depression. Okay, so social media is causing a lot of people, especially the young adults and the youth, to experience, to have a feeling of anxiety and depression. The constant comparison and competition can exacerbate these feelings. So you go on social media, you go on TikTok, you see somebody, display their pictures, they look very, very different from how you knew them to be, and they may have released some properties like their flashy cars, clothes, very expensive clothes, shoes, bags, looking very good, and it looks like life is really going well with them. Then most of the time you experience this kind of feeling of competition and comparison. You want to really compare yourself. I schooled with this particular person, and I was very brilliant, and I don't know how come I'm very beautiful, but I don't know. It's like this person looks so much, beautiful and well presented than myself. What is happening? Oh, every time I see this person, it's going well. Or you see this particular friend who is as married as you are, but every time they display their videos of their family, their couples, videos and pictures, then it's like you are not you are not current enough. It looks like what is happening with your marriage. It's like, oh, so I think I should also have videos with my car. Here is the case, maybe your house is not a fan of videos, taking videos, or a fan of social media display. So all this comes to play, and it increases the feeling of anxiety. So the anxiety comes to play when you realize that you are having that, yearning, okay, you are more, and it's coupled with worry. Now you panic. The little thing is that you panic. Let's say there's going to be an old school reunion, and the way you see your colleagues, okay, some of your colleagues on social media, it looks like life is going so well for them, and it's like everything they display is super good, super excellent, so flashy, so fashionable, everything is on point. So now what happens to you? Okay, and that is where you start also to develop low self-esteem. So most of the times you realize that what you are saying is not actually what it is, but you just worried for worrying it. You worried for nothing. Now when the worry becomes too much, now you start depressing. So when I say depressing, I'm not talking about you are depressed. But what I'm saying is that you are getting depressed. That is a word, that's the psychological word, the psychological term. You are depressing. So I can tell you that about 70%, based on research, about 70% of people are already depressing. They are not yet depressed, but depressing based on social media impact that is having negatively on them. The second point we look at is unrealistic expectations. Okay, so where you have filtered, pictures, videos, and there's this current thing that has come, we call it reels, and you see it, it can really create unrealistic expectations and promote feelings of inadequacy. Seriously, people are doing it. And whereby you also want to do it because it looks good. You don't even have the potential. So what you see, okay, is now having so much impact on your mental health. It's having so much impact on your real life. When you see them in real life, you realize that no, this is not the person that I've been seeing all the time. Funny enough, a year ago, there was this couple I used to admire them a lot. These people are not normally, no, they are not so close to me. They are not so close to me, but I admire them from a distance. Okay, they are not so close to me in the fact that they are not my friends. Okay, and they are not. I think I just said that about it, and it's not as I always did it. It's even the direct opposite of what I've been saying. So, as soon as I saw what I saw, I was, I just breathed in deep. And then I told myself that, Phil, you are really doing well. Phil, you are the best. feel you are very beautiful. You have a beautiful family. Feel your marriage is better and it's better. It's better than what you see out there as you were craving. Okay. So I don't know that maybe that's maybe somebody's story here. So social media has negative impact. Another impact that it has on individuals negatively is cyberbullying. Cyberbullying. Okay, so online, harassment, okay, can have serious emotional consequences, including decreased self-esteem and increased risk of depression. Okay, so a lot of people experience harassment. Yes, they feel harassed, okay, by certain things they see on social media, certain social media platforms. Okay, and I know you know most of them. Sometimes when there are people that are fraud, they are fraudsters, and they will be just hovering around you, just sending certain messages, trying to get to you. So you feel harassed, and sometimes just don't want to, yeah. So, these are some of the few negative impacts that social media has on us. Okay. So I say on us because we are all in it. We are all involved. Yes. Another point to look at is sleep disturbances. Recently I had a conversation with a client. Okay. And this client has been experiencing sleep problems or sleep disorders for some time. This is somebody who is 18 years. Yeah, it's a youth. And does not really understand why he finds it difficult to sleep. So I explored a lot of areas about this particular client, and only to realize that it was this particular social media platform that he's so addicted to, so addicted. And such that when he's about going to bed, when he's going to bed and he does not go on social media, on that particular platform, then he will not be comfortable. So he could be on for a long time, even throughout the whole night till morning. Okay, just chatting. But this particular person I'm talking about has low self-esteem. So he finds it difficult to connect to people in reality. So some of this aspect of him is that he feels timid and shy. So he feels that he should just keep himself coiled in his room, sometimes all day, when he doesn't have anything doing outside. He will always be coiled in his room, then always with his phone. So in reality, or let's say in face-to-face, in fact, with face-to-face interaction, it's zero. There is nothing like face-to-face interactions with people. He hardly, talks to people, even the people in the house. He rather prefers to be on social that particular platform. Okay. So there are sleep problems, or is it the negative, one of the negative impacts is sleep disturbance or sleep problems. So exposure to even screen and notification, okay, can disrupt sleep pattern, whereby contributing to depression, even memory loss, and poor academic performance. So look at what happened to this gentleman. He is not able to do so well academically because even when it's time for him to study, he rather chooses to be on that particular platform, always checking out what is happening, what is happening, what is happening. And after exploring areas of his life Then I realized that this particular person that I'm talking about is not doing well at all academically. Whereby the parents are worried. So the question mark here is that what are the parents doing? Are they even aware of the lifestyle of their sons? This is whereby the family, you feel your family has neglected you. You are in the house, but they have neglected you. Your parents have neglected you. They don't care about what you do inside when you are indoors. This same person, as I'm talking about, is experiencing suicidal thoughts because depression is now setting in. What he sees on the screen, things he sees, the videos he watches, all these are affecting him. Unfortunately for him, now he has added watching pornography. So now his whole world is about the laptop, the iPad, and then the phone. So according to this particular gentleman, the moment any of these gadgets, is destroyed or is experiencing any problem, then he becomes very, very uncomfortable. He becomes very so uncomfortable. That is the same person who does not want to be in a relationship. So here's the case whereby you will try to be in a relationship, but ends up disappointing the partner. So life is not going well for this particular gentleman. I'm saying this because this is really an issue. A lot of people are experiencing insomnia, which is a type of sleep disorder because of social media activity. And it's having a negative impact on their mental health. So these are some of the negative impacts that social media has on mental health. Yes. So now let's look at some of the some of the positive impact. Okay, and some of the positive impact that it has on our mental health. Yes. So I'm not saying social media is not good, that it has its bad side, and it also has its good side. Okay, so realize that you normally, when you are on TikTok, you would want to watch everything down. You want to watch, know what is happening, watch everything down. Scrolling, just be scrolling and be watching everything. And the number of hours that you can be on the phone or on your tablet, okay, watching some of these handles, it will amaze you that you could have also used that time to do something more productive. So a lot of people are not able to relax. They are not able to relax. They are having a lot of stress, going through a lot of stress. Somebody will tell you that, I don't know, that I feel so stressed. I feel this tension behind my neck, at the upper part of my head, upper part of the back of my head. I feel this tension. I feel this pain. I feel this ache, this pain. I don't know. It's like I've not done anything, but I really feel it. I feel this pain in my fingers, and my fingers feel so numb. But it doesn't bring you to the realization that you are always, holding your phone or holding your tablet, watching what is happening, posting, enjoying whatever that is happening. That is the negative impact that it can have. I also mentioned that when there is constant notification, okay, it can also create sleep problems. Okay, it can also cause sleep problems. Receiving constant notifications can create stress and make it difficult for you to relax. So it's either you are notified by vibration or by a tool. Then quickly you rush to your phone just to check who is sending you a message. What is happening? You know, look at all of the negative impacts. There are lots of negative impacts, that social media activities have on our mental health. Most at times you have the pressure to present a perfect image. Okay, you want to look good. You see, most people see a lot of pictures of people, their friends and all that. Maybe these are friends that you've seen them for a long time. Maybe this is an old schoolmate, an old neighbor, but you've been seeing this person. It looks like this person, she's now having Coca-Cola. How does she do? The color is, and brightening. She looks very beautiful. She has this long hair, she has transformed totally, and you have this feeling of pressure, okay, to also present yourself, as fact. And this can lead to anxiety and low self-esteem. As I said, normally when you see this kind of, things on social media, it will amaze you that in real life, this is not how these people are. In real life, they don't look that way. But you tend to, pressure yourself by presenting yourself, okay, to look so perfect and a lot of people that are being, insisting on going for plastic, this plastic surgery and all that, is mostly generated from social media influence. The activities that they see, okay, things that they see on social media, okay, it attracts them. They want to be like them. We saw this person. This person looks this way. This person has the Coca-Cola. You want to have the same thing. And this person was not like this. So you felt, some people even go to the extent of sharing some products or maybe displaying some products for you to think that this is how they look. But in real life, they are not using those products. They are only probably advertising it for somebody. And sometimes this this content or this picture editing, tools, some of them can, shape you up and you look. Some of them can flame you. Some of them can make you look planty. Some of them can make you look very fair. Some of them can make you look very, very sexy and beautiful. Okay, but in real life, they may not look that way. But you will be battling with anxiety. What others will think of their friendship, their relationships, what others will think of their professions, what others will think of their marriages and all that. So you see somebody always, laughing, looking very happy, well dressed, posting nice pictures, showing their wedding rings to you, displaying their wedding rings on social media, and then you feel like, oh, so it is actually like that. Oh, it is going so well. You understand? Probably. What about if such people only display the little happiest moment of them? And what is the worst aspect was hidden? That is the question I will need to use. Now, other factors also can contribute negatively to social media activities impacting on mental health. So just another one to look at is that ambition. So we get addicted. Spending excessive time on social media can lead to addiction. And however, can negatively impact mental health. So when we talk about addiction, it's not always about being addicted to alcoholism. Okay. So normally we mental health workers, practitioners, psychologists, counselors, and rest normally does not only explore alcoholism when it comes to addiction. Somebody can be addicted to masturbation. Somebody can be addicted to alcoholism. Somebody can be even addicted to social media. So there are a lot of addiction. Okay, some people are even addicted to food. So spending excessive time on social media, I'm telling you, can lead to addiction. There are times that you don't even want to talk to anyone. Everyone like annoys you. When a little, the least time you are not able to, go on. You have no call credits in your MTN account.
Well, good one. I'm getting to call Mrs. Agbaji back to join us. Once again, sincere apologies about the glitches this evening. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, so once again, sincere apologies for the glitches this evening. It's been a tough one, but we hope that all goes well before the session ends. And so we still have Mrs. Agbaji on, who will be concluding with her session very soon. Mrs. Agbaji, please, you may continue. Thank you.
All right. So let's move on to the. Okay, let's quickly move on to the positive impact that social media activities have on mental health. So I believe that most of you have been itching to hear the positive aspect of it, because the truth is that you and I and all of us cannot do without social media. So if social media is having a negative impact, it doesn't mean you will stop using them. It doesn't mean that you stop using all the social media handles. That you just have to know how to go about it. Okay, so these are some of the positive impact that those activities on social media has on our mental health or our psychological well-being. So first of all, it helps us to connect with others. Okay, it helps us to connect with others, especially with distance. Okay, whereby you are not able to get so close to your family, your friends, your colleagues, and you want to hear from them. You want to know what's happening with them. You want to know whether they are okay. That so it helps us to maintain relationships. Okay, staying in touch with friends and family who live far away, okay, or who might not even or otherwise have the chance to do it regularly. Okay, so by the help of social media, to be able to, reconnect, yeah, with such people, and they can also connect back with you. Second thing is joining online communities. So, like we are doing now, social media is helping. It's positively helping us in this regard. Participating in online forums or groups centered around shared interests or experiences, which can help us feel less isolated. So once you're on your school platform, your school group platform, you know that you don't feel isolated, you don't feel left out, you are more connected. So if there's any old school, coming on, you get, well informed and you know what's up. Even if you're not able to attend family group pages on WhatsApp that once in a while they discuss family issues and then you get yourself connected. Yes. So it helps with this establishment of online community. Yes. And also it helps with support. Okay. Yes. When you are on social media, some of the activities help with support, finding online support groups or networks. Okay, it helps. It offers emotional support during tough times. So there are some groups that I remember there was a time that I was added to a group called Marriage and Singles, Married and Singles group. Okay, and at that time I was single. I was not yet married, but I had the opportunity to know what is happening. This particular group, okay, they are very real, and they are very real, such that we share ideas. The married ones will tell you, share their experiences, and it's the real fact, okay? And then you are left to choose between whether you want to experience it or not. We also share relationships that, and we are able to, solve certain minor issues as well. This particular group, is coupled with professionals. So on that particular group, we have the opportunity to mingle with psychologists, nurses, medical doctors, teachers, persons of different, professions. Okay, so we realize that we are dealing with people that are well informed about life. This is what is happening and that. And then we are able to tap in their ideas. So it's left with you to choose the right and ignore the wrong. Also, social media helps with self-expression and creativity. Okay, so sharing creative work, that's using social media as an outlet, you understand, for your creativity, display, such as posting artwork, your design. If you are a designer, you sew clothes, beautiful clothes, opportunity for you to share your beautiful clothes out there, and then people will get to see it, to appreciate your work, and to even purchase your artifact. Maybe you're a musician, okay, social media, TikTok, by the help of TikTok, able to also share my view talks on mental health, okay, and other people are able to benefit from it. So it's very, very, very beneficial. That's some of the positive aspects. Another aspect is that it helps you to express gratitude. So in the olden days, realize that for us to express gratitude or to appreciate life and appreciate what our God has done for us, most of us will go to church and go and testify, go to church and tell the pastor, tell people, hey, this is what the Lord has given me a job. The Lord has given me visa. Maybe probably I have a husband, I have a boyfriend now. I have a fiance. I'm so grateful. I have a team. I have a certificate. I have a diploma. About your win. Yes, expressing gratitude towards your win. But now in our current world, we are not forced to go to only the church to share our good our gratitude, but we can also do it on social media, sharing things you are thankful for. Okay, and it's even sometimes you even share pictures of being thankful for getting healed from a particular ailment. Okay, maybe you were hospitalized for a long time and all that. So what am I saying? Social media, it has become more or less like a community, more or less like a home, more or less like a family. Okay, a whole community where people express a lot. So they get a chance to express their gratitude of the good things that happens to them. Another aspect also is that it's you're able to have personal growth and you're able to also learn. So following inspirational accounts. So there are certain accounts that you realize that you have been following. Maybe there is this particular platform, okay, that talks about or that they deal with how to make money positively. Okay. So maybe you had issues on how to save, how to spend your money and all that. So sometimes following these kind of inspirational platforms, okay, it also helps you to improve. It promotes self-improvement and personal growth. Okay. So, and it's also so motivating. Sometimes you may be on the platform where you share motivational quotes, you get to see them and then you are satisfied. You are okay. So these are some of the positive aspects of mental and social media on mental health. Now, learning new things is another aspect. So you can't say that you don't like social media.
Please, a quick one. Could you run this up more like in a form of summary so that we can complete within in the next 10 minutes?
All right.
So looks like you too. Yeah. Please come again.
Yes. Yes. So we are finishing.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes. So that there'll be more room for questions.
Hopefully. Okay. Please proceed.
Yes. So you get to learn more, new things. Okay. So by the help of social media, sometimes there are people that have lived an archaic life. There are people that are living today, but they are living in the 90s. Okay, so they don't know what's up. They don't know what's happening. Okay, there are people, it will amaze me that they're from the rural areas, even who are more well enlightened about what's current than even some people in the urban area. It will amaze you because of how you have spoiled yourself, because of how you have dissociated yourself from knowing what's happening on social media. So some people, I have run into somebody who has a smartphone, but eventually does not go on social media, any of the social media. He doesn't visit WhatsApp, he doesn't visit Facebook, he doesn't visit Instagram, he doesn't visit TikTok. I mean, eventually YouTube. He doesn't even visit YouTube. So you don't even know what is happening. Yes. And then you don't know the current stuff that are around. You don't know the outmoded stuff. So you are living in old-fashioned world. So accepting educational content, tutorial or workshop on topics that interest you is also another aspect of learning new things. So learning new things is not all about maybe, I know that there is this new particular shoe that I found, this new particular bag that I found, this is what is latest. Okay. but also educational content, tutorials. I know people that from time to time they go on social media, they go on YouTube to learn more about how to make cakes, birthday cakes, wedding cakes. Though they have schools and they have their certificates and all that, but they always want to know the current stuff. Is there any new way of making the cakes, the new way of designing the cakes and all that? It helps. It helps you to learn new things. Okay, so that is some of the positive aspects of social media activities. Not say for that there are a whole lot, but there's a few that I choose to share with you. So social media is not a wrong place to be, but there are ways and means that you can, learn. Okay, there are ways and means also that you can mitigate negative impact. Okay, so let's quickly look at the few ways that you can mitigate this negative impact that I mentioned earlier on. So the first point to look at is set boundaries. Okay, please set boundaries. There are some people that they are not real. You have been following them for a long time. Once you know whatever they post, whatever you see them post on WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, and all that, and then you are becoming so addicted to them, then why don't you maybe set a boundary, so that you will not be able to see their post. Maybe go to the privacy settings and then, don't see what they post. Because the more you see what they post, the more it will affect you. And, the fact is that most of the time, what you are even watching and it's affecting you, that it's not real. So it's better you don't watch it. Another aspect of setting boundaries is that that there are some people that when you post your good stuff, you post your work, you post your creative stuff, they don't appreciate you. They only comment negatively towards whatever you post, and you think that what you post is good enough. You need more people to support you, to encourage you, not to discourage you. When it happens like that, you need to set boundaries. You need to set boundaries. Setting boundaries helps to establish time limits for social media as well. So another way to set boundaries is that that important things must be done first. So I'm not saying social media is not important, but you have to cook. You have to feed your kids. You have to study. Set time for yourself. Set time for feeding your kids. Have enough family time, and have particular time for social media. But above all, it should not exceed. It should not take your whole day. So you need to set boundaries. Okay, and then the second point to look at is monitor your usage. Okay, you need to monitor. To track time spent on social media and adjust habits accordingly. So you realize that set an alarm anytime I'm on social media. So that means that I have been spending over 2 hours on TikTok. And these 2 hours, I could still out an hour and read my books before the exam or the lecture. I could still out an hour and even interact with my family. Okay, have a family time together, with my family. But you would rather not want to track the time, and then you'll be there, and then social media will just be, a greater part of you. The third aspect is practice self-care. Always I talk about self-care, and I know that people that see my post on especially WhatsApp status normally see that I post and I write self-care is not selfishness. Okay, you need to love yourself first. You need to take good care of yourself first before you'll be able to take care of others. When you know that going on social media and being on it for a longer time, okay, causes it really stresses you, then why don't you limit the number of hours or minutes you have been spending on social media for the sake of caring for yourself? If you love yourself, you not do what will harm you. You need to rest. You need to relax your body. Relax your body, relax your brain, relax your mind. Do self-reflection. Okay? All those things come to play when it comes to self-care. So engaging in activities promoting mental well-being, such as exercise, okay, mindfulness, and spending time in nature is very, very important. It's all part of practicing self-care. So ask yourself, that when last did you put off your phone? Did you sit quietly? Did you try to reflect and then practice mindfulness to realize your own self? I think, so the way I dress, is it well? Is it good? The way I talk to people, the way I talk to this particular person, let me reflect, let me do self-reflection. Did I hurt the person? Maybe I was overexcited. Did I utter some words, a certain word that will affect the person? Oh, okay, I should have done it this way. Hey, the food I prepared, looking at my family, did I really enjoy it? Did I really genuinely enjoy it? Did I do it well this time? Did it go well? You know, practicing self-care is a whole lot. You can't do well practicing self-care when you are always on social, or your eyes are on social, watching what is happening, watching what's happening. Then your whole life is dwelling on unrealistic expectations. Then your whole life is dwelling on dissatisfaction. Because definitely things you see on social media may not always be real. So you'll be affected, you'll be depressed. The last aspect I want us to look at is seek support. Mental health professionals, clinical psychologists, we are around. Counselors are around. We are there for you. Mental health professionals are there for you. So consult mental health professionals. If social media use is negatively impacting on your mental health, don't stay there quietly and then be just, moved by everything that you see. Most importantly, one thing I want you to have behind at the back of your mind is that don't be moved by all that you see. I'll conclude with this. All that you see. So that brings to the end of my presentation. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mrs. Abuaji. Once again, sincere apologies for that's the internet glitches on the side of our resource person and upload from our end. Please, do we have any question or contributions so that we can round up? And I'd like to say a very big thank you to all of you who have stayed through with us, regardless of the challenges we have had. Any contributions or questions, please? Okay, so no questions, no contributions. But before we end the session, I would like to add up a few things, which is, and because we are now more of in the AI system or AI regime, it looks more like whilst you're watching whilst you're on social media, you realize that whatever you're thinking about, you happen to come across content that's related to whatever you've thought about, whatever you felt about. And so it makes you get stuck more and stay longer on the social media platform, regardless, be it Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, what have you. And so it makes it more like you are having some form of fulfillment there, because you're having whatever thought you were having earlier or initially being tended to. Also, Our temperament types as well determine how the social media affects us, be it positively or negatively. With a melancholy who is so used to having negative thought, more like because they have more of their mind not sleeping, whatever they see, they take it into deep analysis or they overthink it and what have you. So again, depending on your temperament type, it also plays a major role on the impact of social media. And so just a quick run over the ways of managing it. We will also need to learn to take control, take charge, have self-control. Okay, you have a few deadlines to meet, but social media is taking over. How are you going to be managing it? That's where the setting of boundaries also comes in. You monitor your time that you spend on social media, but it then again it's a gradual process, not something that will be set to say, okay, that's it. But as well, we need to have self-discipline in order to achieve our purpose in creating boundaries, more like on the times we spend on social media. Again, Mrs. Agbaji also mentioned practice self-care, have mindfulness. So look at sometimes after watching a couple of videos, well, I would say probably it goes way of directing or clarifying a few things to you so that you know how to make a final decision. But afterwards, you tend to want to hear more, you tend to want to know more, so you end up spending so much time. But let's also do our best to look at the other aspect that, okay, I've gotten a response to whatsoever thought or bother I'm having or issues I'm having. So what should I do? What next? Give yourself some time to reflect instead of staying so long, because at a point in time, whatsoever you are looking to achieve, staying online doesn't work. And then there should be a substitution to sort yourself out with your issues or your problems in order to make a final decisions. And usually decision making takes time. You need to go through, analyze, do a few considerations. And so relying solely on social media looks like you not wanting to look at the realistic aspect of whatsoever decision that you have to make. Again, or lastly, she mentioned about seeking support, where you can seek help or consult the services of professional counselors, professional clinical psychologists, what have you. Once again, thank you so very much. Please, any questions or contributions?
Hello.
Okay, please, you're audible.
Yeah, yeah. I have a question.
Okay, please, go ahead.
I'd like to know. Well, I don't know whether this is real or not. No, but there's this notion that people make money out of social media. So the young adult or the Gen Zs, they'll do everything possible to catch the attention of the world or the operators of, let me see, the social media, especially TikTok and the like, so that they will make money. So I would like to ask, making money out of social media, is it real? And if it is real, what's the best possible way or the decent way of making money out of it?
Okay, thank you very much, Seko Kunina. Mr. Agwaji, I see you join us again. Would you like to take this or I should?
Okay, so let me just come in shortly. So you were asking if it's right to make money
Okay.
from social media, right?
No, I'm asking whether it's real because
Oh,
there's been a lot of school of thought. Some are suggesting that only the foreign country, the Westerners, they are making money out of social media, especially TikTok. But those of us here, no, are not from your side. Whether it's real that people really make money
Wait, Tebako, it looks like we are losing you. Or is it just from my end?